Hey everybody, welcome back again. Alright, this time we're going to be making a pattern for today's part. Now the pattern is going to go ahead and just cover up the main foam portion of this. And once we have our pattern, we can pretty much make this thing out of any foam we got. Or I got EVA foam, which is same things you can find from a hardware store or at Costco. They sell them as floor mats for garages. One side has this textured side, and the other side is this very soft side, and it's puzzle pieced together. But basically, they come in giant 25 by 25 sizes, inches across, so that it's a giant square. You can cut shapes out of it, and you can glue them together. So this is very good solid foam, so it can take a hit, or it can take a scratch, and it's pretty solid. Anyways, let's go ahead and start this patterning process here. It might take a bit, but if it does, I'll just fast forward it when I need to. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to start with a piece of our press and seal. Ta-da! So we'll get our press and seal piece here. Yeah, and one side's sticky, you can feel it. One side's sticky, one side's not. So we're going to put the sticky side down. And we're going to go all the way to the top here. I'm just going to lay it down real quick, you see? And then I'm going to start pushing down on it and start smoothing it out with my fingers and my hands. But there's so many wrinkles. I know, there is, isn't there? Well, we don't have to really worry about that because press and seal flans out the more you put pressure on it. See, look at that. So the wrinkles aren't the bad part, right? I mean, we just want to make sure that the pattern, or at least this stuff, stays where it needs to stay. And then we use our tape to make it rigid. And once the tape goes on, you start cutting that out, then you don't even have to worry about these little plastic ridges because you'll be following the lines. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start putting that down here. And then I'm going to go ahead and pause it and then go ahead and finish up the whole side of the head here. But you pretty much want to go over everything. I'm going to do one more piece just to show you. Peel it off. See how easy this is? This stuff is great. Put it down. I'm going to put it right on top. Even I'm going to overlap just a little bit. It doesn't matter how much you overlap. You just want to make sure that it stays stuck. And then you just kind of want to smooth it out from one side and start going down. This stuff's super forgiving. And look at that. Just go down, go down. Boom. Oh, I didn't make it all the way. Well, it doesn't matter because we'll be using our, we're still going to continue around. All I really need is to get up to this point right here, right? Because then you'll just be making a mark on it. I'll show you what that's going to start doing. Once we, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the oh my gosh, am I forgetting? The press and seal. I'm going to finish putting the press and seal on everything, and I'll be back to show you the rest. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm almost done with this. Look at that. Press and seal, press and seal, press and seal. Oh no, I missed the spot. So now, look at him. He's all completely covered with this press and seal plastic. And as you can see, look at all these little wrinkles in it. We don't have to worry about that because we are going to be marking over this thing. So let's go ahead and get our Sharpies out. I'm going to use a black Sharpie and a red Sharpie. Make sure I have them here. So for my red Sharpie, I'm going to go ahead and mark off anything that is going to be cut through. And luckily for us, since this is a simple pattern, it's just the eyes and the mouth. So I'm just going to use my little Sharpie pencil. And I'm not trying to cut through it. I just want to be able to make a mark on it so we can see it later. There. Generally, it's going to be right there. And then these guys, eyes like that. Now, if you want to get a smoother finish for those eyes, you can always use one of your shapes that you can print out. I went ahead and gave a little Dropbox link to the template for the eyes. So this is technically how big my eyes were going to be. And so if I wanted to, you can just kind of just trace that shape. My Mascot came with a very messed up eye. It looked like they were starting out this thing in a different style. Maybe it was a smaller eye. And then they decided, you know what, let's just take this piece and use it for the head for my guy. So yeah, very, very nice. Wow, I am terrible with that. Anyways, this is for example purposes only. So I did the red there. Now I'm going to get my black Sharpie and start doing the other lines. I got 2 Sharpies here. So then one is for, of course, the cutting out. This is also for cutting out, but this is mainly for the actual large pieces here. So I'm just going to follow these seams that I see here. Why make it any harder than it needs to, right? So, of course, there's that one, and yeah, it follows it all the way to the top. You can get a straight edge ruler if you wanted to make these as straight as possible, or you can go as slow as you need to get this done. But for me, I am not too worried because I've been doing this for a while. So I am going to just follow what I see here. And this one, they decided to put a circle up here. And the reason why they did it this way is so that most times you would see people that would go all the way to the very tip top here, and they would draw a line, and then it ends up being like a little pizza in here with the big pieces. It gets really hard to glue down the center of that. So instead of doing that, they decided to make a round circle here, and then you just put the pieces on that thing, and that makes it easier to glue all these little guys on top of them. So I'm going to continue to do this. I'm going to follow this mark, all the little markings in here. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Oh man, I'm nailing this. There it is. All right, and the power of magic videos, here we go. Oh, what? How did I? What the magic? It's all filled in already. So, this is definitely the area where you want to be able to make your edits or make your changes. If you wanted to make the mouth bigger or smaller, you can do that too. You can make the lines whatever size you want. You know, you want to make those edits. You can even say cut out, or you can put an X to say that these are going to be cut out. This is exactly the time you want to do that. You want to come in here and make sure that everything is where you want it to be. Because once you start putting the tape on it, you know, you might if you want to do it, you can definitely take the tape. You can start cutting it out and take the tape off. But this is definitely where you want to start making all the edits here. The last thing I need to do, as you can see, there's a very top here, is I can start. If you want to, you can trim out any area that is sticking out. Like, let's say I had a little bit of an extra bit of the static here, I mean the cling here that is coming out. So I'm going to take my scissors and cut that. A little bit off the top. Thank you. Okay, and now last but not least is the bottom, because we do have some of this plastic going off the edge over the other side. You know, when you're dealing with your foam, you only have to go to here. You don't have to make foam that goes all the way around. You're pretty much going to have a thick foam that you're going to be working with, right? So you just need to get to the edge. Now you can either just tape it to the edge and just stop and don't go over, or you can do another Sharpie again and just make sure you get the edge here, just so that you know that this is all the edge. You just got to keep on going until you finish it up here. Let's say you go and you're like, oh no, I messed up. I marked something that I wasn't supposed to. You don't have to worry about it. I mean, as long as, I mean, this is just a pattern shape. You're not actually marking on the foam itself. But if you are worried that it is going to be messed up, you can just grab yourself some of this. It's just alcohol here, 91%. Do not drink this. This is meant for wounds. Make sure you read all warnings on the thing. You see, and I'm bringing it extra close so you can read all that. All right, anyways, here we go. So I'm going to pour just a little bit onto a paper towel. and rub it. What? How is this possible? There you go. You know, and if I was a thorough guy, I would completely clear this out, which I will, just for you. So basically, rubbing alcohol helps takes off Sharpies from fabric and also on any other thing, on any other surface here. Yeah, you see, nailed it. First try. Yeah, I can keep working on that if I wanted to, but that's not what this show's about. I want to make sure that we've completely finished this up. So let me go ahead and finish the line, and then we're going to start duct taping. All right, same principle as before. We got our duct tape here. We're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start going from the tip top all the way to the bottom. And so you're just going to grab your duct tape, find an area, put it down. Now, when you're dealing with any, it doesn't have to be duct tape, but I'm using duct tape. It's one of the more flexible tapes that has a little bit of a, you know, it's durable. See, I'm just going to trim it off the edge here. You don't have to be perfect down there. Remember, if it's an edge like this, you can always trim off the bottom portion, because we're going to keep, the whole idea is that we're going to peel off the tape with these cling on it, and be cutting these things into pieces, and then you'll be ready to go. So I'm going to continue to do this. You want to avoid overlapping with at least with the taping portion of it. So you want to get as close to the edge as possible with this. If you go over just a little bit, I say, you know, pull it back a little bit, clip it, cut it, redo it again, and just start from there. But we're just going to go ahead and cover this whole thing with our duct tape now. Progress shot. Just keep going. Just keep going. Look at this thing. Gotta keep going. Oh boy, this is fun. I love it. Honestly, I mean, this stuff, it probably takes the longest to do out of everything. But with this, you're basically going to be, you have the fundamentals to make anything you want. Any pattern that you want. And this could, I mean, this goes for even clothing too. If you want to make a pattern for yourself, or if you want to make patterns of helmets, and then just or like just whatever's around your house, you can pretty much do whatever you can do the same type of process, wrap it up, and then you can make it out, and you'll have a pattern for it. You know, I would not suggest doing this on your dog. You know, saran wrapping your dog and then duct taping it down and then cutting out the pieces. That's going to be rough. I mean, you're probably going to have one messed up doggy. But, I mean, you get the principle. It's, here we go, huh? Almost done here. And when I mean almost done, I mean I got to still go. So before I forget, I just want to let you guys know that I really appreciate any comments that you put down. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me, text me, or put the comments down below. It's you know, it's definitely, has always been a hobby for me. I love Halloween. I love costume design. I love all that, the whole genre itself. And it's fun to make stuff. At least for me, it is. And I've always had I've always liked making stuff. And if I make mistakes, I like to kind of always jot them down and try to remember, so that I don't make them again. And this is kind of why, the reason I wanted to create these types of videos, so that, you know, if I totally mess up here, at least you can see that it's not the right thing you want to do. But it's yeah. So go ahead, yeah, man. If you like what I'm doing here, just go ahead and subscribe and leave a like, and just let me know what you think of this. And if you think I missed anything, go ahead and text me too, because I'm trying to do this on the fly. It's just it's really just anytime I have time to do this. All right, enough rambling. Let's get this thing done. And there we go. Look at that. It didn't take long at all. So basically now, I'm pulling back this Saran wrap. I finally said it right. And I'm pulling it, basically putting off as much as possible from this foam part, you see? And because the duct tape's not the thing on the foam itself, this thing will peel away, just like that. And what I like to do is I like to take one of the center point items. So I'm going to take the thing that's in front, as you can see, like right here, I can see that big dark line. I'm going to cut right down the middle here and see what I can do about peeling it off. Actually, I'm going to do it on the other side, right here. So if I mess up, at least it's going to ruin. If I mess up in the front, it's going to mess up some of the things in front of here. But back here, I just have one straight line. So I'm just going to try to follow that. Like that. And it's going to go slowly, kind of cutting away. Making sure that the video camera is facing it so you can see what I'm doing. I'm not too worried about the foam itself because, I mean, it's just right on top of it, as you can see. As you can see, thank you. Camera guy's really messing up today. Alright, so I'm just going to follow that black line. You definitely want to keep everything you're doing here because this edge and this edge will eventually have to come together when you put the foam pieces together. So you don't want to be messing around cutting. You want to make sure that you are on the line. You're not doing anything extra. So I'm going to keep following this guy. Okay, almost there. Boom. So, now the reveal. Oh, she's gorgeous. Let's go ahead and continue that. I'm going to go ahead and peel from the bottom here. Look at that. There's that ring right there that we worked on. Did you actually see it, or did I just point at it and not show it in the video? There's that ring right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and go over on this side and start peeling away. Oh, this part didn't reach any of the... I didn't have any Saran wrap right there. Well, that's still okay. This is definitely the bottom piece. But you just start peeling away from this guy. See? I didn't have to do any more extra cutting. That helped. I'm going slowly. But, look at this guy. See? Ooh, fancy pantsy. But, and now we have a copy pattern of our foam head right here. Put you right there. Yay! Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, look at that guy. Only a mother could love. Look at that little guy. Anyways, so we got a pattern now, guys. And so all you have to do now is finish cutting up on the black lines. Just follow it. Yeah, you could cut straight through there because that's this section, this shape of the mouth is on that side of the thing, and this shape of the mouth is on that side of the thing. So you just pretty much follow the lines, cut it out. I'm going to go ahead and follow it this way and cut it through because this is my bottom shape. Look at that. Look how smooth that is. So basically, now you just follow that out and you'll have your pattern to start putting on the foam and cutting out your big pieces. So in the next part, I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting that up and I'll have all the pieces ready for you. And then you can kind of just follow the steps. Alright, see you guys.